If you are watching this, you probably just saw the news, or maybe you are seeing this for the first time right now, but we need to talk. We need to talk immediately because Sony just dropped what might be the biggest announcement in the history of the state of play. For years, we have been talking about rumors. We have been talking about leaks. We have been praying to the gods of Olympus for something, anything, regarding the classic Kratos. Well, today the prayers were answered. It is finally official. The God of War Greek trilogy is getting a full ground-up remake for the PlayStation 5. I want to be crystal clear about what was shown, because this is not a remaster. This is not just an upscale of the PS3 collection with better resolution. The trailer they just showed at the State of Play explicitly used the word remake. We saw the iconic Omega symbol cracked and burning with the Rage of Ares, splitting into 3 distinct parts. This implies we are getting God of War 1, 2, and 3, completely rebuilt. Imagine the Hydra battle, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the fight against Kronos, but looking as good as, or even better than, God of War Ragnarok. We are talking about the classic hack-and-slash gameplay, the fixed camera angles that made the scale look so massive, but powered by Unreal Engine 5 technology. The potential here is absolutely limitless. But that wasn't even the part that had me screaming at my monitor. After the logo fade out, Sony did something I didn't think they would ever do. They brought him back. In a video message following the teaser, TC Carson, the original voice of Greek Kratos, appeared on screen. He confirmed that he is stepping back into the booth to re-record his lines and provide performance capture for this remake. Look, we all love Christopher Judge. He did an incredible job with the Norse saga, but TC Carson is the embodiment of that pure, unadulterated Spartan rage. Hearing that he is involved means Sony understands exactly what the fans want. They aren't trying to rewrite history, they are honoring it. And just when we thought the presentation was over, they hit us with the classic one more thing moment. Because the remake is still early in development, Sony decided to shadow drop a brand new game that you can play literally right now. It is called God of War, Sons of Sparta. It is a 2.5D side-scrolling action game, kind of like a Metroidvania, focusing on Kratos and his brother Deimos during their Spartan training days. It features local co-op, a beautiful hand-painted art style that looks like moving Greek pottery, and it is available on the PlayStation Store as we speak. This is the perfect way to tide us over while we wait for the big trilogy. So where does this leave us? It means PlayStation is finally acknowledging that the franchise has 2 distinct identities. We have the emotional, thoughtful storytelling of the Norse saga, and now we are getting the return of the arcade-style, bloody, brutal gameplay that started it all. This is a massive win for everyone. I need to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited to see the return of the angry, shouting Kratos? Are you going to pick up Sons of Sparta today? Let me know your thoughts. And to be honest, this announcement hits me on a completely different level than just new graphics. This isn't just about seeing Kratos in 4K or getting high-fidelity textures on the Blades of Chaos. This is about a feeling that has been missing from the gaming industry for way too long. I'm talking about that specific raw energy of the early 2000s. If you grew up in that era, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have been in a drought, a massive dry desert of content for this specific genre, and quite frankly, I was starting to lose hope that we would ever see a AAA studio take this kind of risk again. Let's look at the elephant in the room. Ubisoft. I love the Prince of Persia franchise. It is literally the DNA that birthed Assassin's Creed and influenced so much of what we play today. But look at where we are. We have been waiting for that Sands of Time remake for what feels like a lifetime. We get a teaser, then silence, then a delay, then a studio change, then more silence. It has been like 2 years since we really had anything substantial to chew on in that space. And even then, it feels like the industry moved away from linear, narrative-driven action games in favor of these massive, bloated, 100-hour open worlds where you spend more time looking at a mini-map than you do fighting bosses. I have been desperate to play something that feels like 2003, 2004, or 2005. I want a game that respects my time, a game that is focused entirely on the combat loop, the platforming, and the spectacle. I missed that era where you didn't have to worry about a battle pass or daily login bonuses or grinding specifically for XP just to unlock a skill that should have been there from the start. I missed the era where you walked into a room, the doors locked, enemies spawned, and you didn't leave until everything was dead. That is the essence of the Prince of Persia trilogy, and that is exactly what the original God of War games perfected. Seeing this announcement from Sony today, seeing that they are committing to a full remake of the Greek trilogy, is basically them telling us that they haven't forgotten about us. They haven't forgotten about the gamers who just want a tight 15-hour experience that is absolute adrenaline from start to finish. It feels like a direct response to the void that Ubisoft left open. While other studios are trying to figure out how to monetize their live services or how to make their maps bigger, Sony Santa Monica looked back and realized that the blueprint for the perfect video game was already written 20 years ago. This is why I am so hyped. It's not just nostalgia talking, it's relief. It is the relief of knowing that I'm finally going to get to play a video game again. Not a service, not an experience, but a game. Think about the level design of that era. Think about the pacing. You go from a puzzle section that makes you feel smart directly into a combat arena that makes you feel powerful, and then straight into a boss fight that makes you feel tiny. That rhythm is a lost art. Prince of Persia? Warrior Within had it. The Two Thrones had it. And God of War mastered it. Since Ubisoft seems terrified to give us that 3D Prince of Persia experience we have been screaming for, I am putting all my chips on Kratos. This remake is going to scratch an itch that has been bothering me for years. I want to run on walls. I want to swing from chains. I want to solve environmental puzzles that involve pushing giant stone blocks while arrows are flying at me. I want that tactile, heavy, early 2000s gameplay, but with the smoothness of the PS5 controller. The fact that we are getting this now, in 2026, feels like a miracle. It feels like the industry is finally correcting itself. We went too far into the open world, we went too far into the RPG mechanics, and now, finally, the pendulum is swinging back to pure action. So, yeah, to say I'm hyped is an understatement. I am relieved. I am vindicated. If Ubisoft won't give us the prince, then I am more than happy to let the ghost of Sparta take the throne. This is exactly what we needed, exactly when we needed it. The early 2000s are back, baby.